So this is one of our white-tailed prairie hares that we have here at Living Sky Wildlife Rehab. They get syringe fed 3 times a day until they're big enough. They start eating solids right away, which is really, really great. But this little guy loves his milkies. I'm one of the few staff members here who's lucky enough to feed them. We try to limit the amount of people who interact with them to keep them very wild and also to lower their stress because they're very, very stressed around humans. Sometimes they latch on, but most of the time, like this guy here, he just kind of laps it up from the edge. Usually the ones who suckle and latch on have been here since they're younger and have a little bit more time to adjust to being hand-fed. We have 9 other hares with us right now, and most of the time they come in because they are perceived to be orphaned. What happens with them is that mom will actually leave them alone, so she'll have about 4 babies for the white-tailed prairie hares, and she'll spread them out over a distance, usually within about a 1-block radius, and that's so that if a predator finds one of them, he won't find all of them. And then what mom does is she comes back twice a day. She comes back at dusk and at dawn to feed them. And in the meantime, the little babies are born scentless so that other creatures can't find them. Their mottled brown-gray fur keeps them very, very hidden. Even out in our bunny pen, you gotta be really careful to watch your step when you're picking them up for feeding. Yeah, so sometimes they come in kidnapped. In that case, we usually try to reunite them with the family. In other cases, we do get some domestic cat and dog attacks, in which case we do have to keep them here and give them appropriate medications and the like. He's done his syringe, so I'm just going to refill it. That's some more. Rabbits and hares get a very, very specialized diet, so it's really important. We try to educate people if they find them to not try to feed them. It's also really easy to aspirate them. You can see their big little noses here. Yeah, a little less excited about this syringe. One of the telltale signs that it's a white-tailed prairie hare or a jackrabbit is the little white dot he has on his head there. We do tend to call them white-tailed prairie hares rather than jackrabbits, and that's just because rabbits are actually different than hares, and they require a little different care and have different natural histories. So to avoid confusion, we call our white-tailed prairie hares hares. Yeah, you've done. It looks like this little guy's done his lunch. So I'm gonna get him back out to the pen with his friends. Yeah, again, this is just Katie at Living Sky Wildlife Rehab, feeding one of our little baby hares.